Hey YouTubers and gamers, I am Sybers and welcome to my Collector's Box Corner. Yes, it's the most corniest name I could come up with, but believe me, it'll grow on you in the end. But anyway, this guys is going to be a number of videos over this coming year that's going to concern my collector's editions and collector's box sets. So as I receive them, the day after I receive them, I'm going to be opening them up and giving you the grand tour of everything that I pick up this year. And it doesn't include just my new collector's editions. It'll also be, I'll take a step back and look at my older collector's editions that I bought in the past. Some you may have seen, some you may not have seen, but it'd still be worth having a look back even if you have seen them before and just enjoy what come out in the past. But enough of that. Let's get on with the first collector's edition, which I received last week. And Gareth, Sprites and Bites, he asked me a question last night. He goes, have you received or even purchased this collector's edition? And my answer to him was yes. So I've made this my first collector's box set to show. Obviously it's an RPG, and I'm not the greatest of RPG fans, to be honest. I've had my spat through the years on certain RPGs, all classics though, like Final Fantasies and Chrono Triggers, Parasite Eve I liked as well, but I haven't gone over the top and wasted hours in playing RPGs. It's not that I've wasted hours, it's just my direction have gone towards action games and things like that, and platformers. It's just my choice, but every once in a while it's nice to play an RPG, and this is no exception. This I first seen last year when I was at the Player Expo, and then I found out who was helping or going to have a helping hand in this game. And if you've ever seen Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away, the animation anime films, then you'll know exactly who the guy is, and please don't ask me to pronounce his name because I do not want to make a fool of myself. But anyway, this guy has done some classic anime films, and he's been kind of pushed into the gaming scene, and what I've seen of it so far, he hasn't done a bad job at all. It looks pretty amazing, gameplay itself, and pretty simplistic story to it. Obviously it's a young boy who becomes a wizard and saves the world, but it's the actual game itself and the process of going through it which is going to be the most enjoyable. So enough yak from me, let's just get on with the box set itself, and it is Ni no Kuni, The Wrath of the White Witch, the Wizard Edition. There you go, there's a nice close-up for you, and I'll show you the sides. As you can see, it's a lovely little box set, and there you go, there's the front again. Now obviously I've got the cellophane still on it. I've opened it from the top because it slides out, so let's slide it out, shall we, if I can do it. If not, I'll have to put it on the floor. Right, there we go. Right, out it pops. Right, and there you have the inner box, which has got the lovely Ni no Kuni design on again. Only this time you've got illustrations on the side of characters from the game, and they're all the same but all on three sides, like so. Now this box opens up like that, open sesame. So I'm going to pop this on the floor and I'm going to show you the content inside. Right, firstly, the most obvious, which is the Ni no Kuni game, obviously still sealed because I haven't yet opened it and checked it out. I think you just have the game disc and some download content within this case, because I've just noticed there's a book on top of this. So there's your game disc and box, and yeah, as you can see, we've got a nice little book there, which this looks like its main manual, that's standalone manual out of the box. And yes, I'm correct, it's obviously giving you minimal instructions on how to actually play the game, but it's in about 5 different languages, so no wonder the book's so thick. But there you go, that is the instruction manual for the game, like so. And then we have this little creature, which obviously must be a kind of a main character within the game itself. There is a nice little plushie with this strange thing hanging from its nose, look like it's snot, but obviously it is a lantern of some sort. So he looks like a little character who's going to be one of the main characters within the game. He's like a little plushie, and he's going to stay in his bag and suffocate. And then the last item is the jewel in the actual box set itself, and I have had a look at this, and it is pretty goddamn amazing for what it is. And it is the Wizard's Bible, technically. In here you have the rules, and you have chapters on magic itself, illustrations, you have spellcasting, it tells you about spellcasting, tells you about alchemy, it tells you about different creatures you can mutate to use, and you know, using your quest. Weapons, I mean, let's just give you the info, I'll give you a little bit more. Obviously you've got creatures also, and you can see the illustrations are well drawn, and to be honest, this book is going to be invaluable, because there's obviously tons of clues, tons of things you're going to need to know to help you through the quest. But the one thing that intrigued me was this. Obviously you can see the main picture, but if you look at the writing carefully, it's in a strange language. Now, flicking through this book, I found this at the back, which are all the symbols within that story at the beginning. Now, looking closely, it is the alphabet. So today I did try to actually decipher that story with the alphabet in the back of the book. To no avail. I didn't really understand it, and I couldn't get to grips with it. But I guarantee you there is relevance to have that story and that alphabet in the back of the book. And somebody, I know, and I will give this another go, will try and decipher that story to find out what that actually means. I mean, no, my luck, it'll probably be within the game itself, but obviously not playing the game. You know, it'd be just nice to try and translate it anyway. Use my head. But, as I say, absolutely fantastic little Bible. Beautiful book. Brilliantly put together. And you can see where the money's gone. And it's an absolutely superb book. And the game itself is, I think it's going to be a pretty amazing game. And it's going to be an RPG that I'm really, really going to enjoy. I just hope I'm going to stick with it, because I do have tendencies to start a game and then stop. But I'm going to really, really put my mind to this and give this game a proper go. But there you have it, guys. That is the last item in the nice collector's box set. Gotta say to the guys in America, obviously you've had a lot of hassle concerning your pre-orders. And I don't think it's rightly fair that your pre-orders have been cancelled and apparently you're not going to get this edition. But keep the faith, guys. I'm sure they will get round it somehow and you will get an edition eventually. But just don't get ripped off by eBayers and pay through the nose, because at the end of the day, to some collectors, yes, it's a bit of a kick in the ass, and I can totally understand it. You know, I've had moments where you get collectors' items in America which I've never been able to receive over here. So I feel the pinch, I understand what you're going through. But keep the faith, guys. I'm sure in time it will be released. But anyway, that was my collector's edition of Nino Kuni, The Wrath of the White Witch. I'll show you the main box again. Now what I'll do is I'll take a photo of this and then show you all the contents at the end of this video. But there you go guys, that is my first collector's edition I've shown, and there will be plenty more to come. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and you're welcome back anytime to my collector's box corner. As always, I am Sybers 7. Keep playing guys, keep watching.